The quantum shield flickered twice before it died. Cariss saw the plasma bolt streaking toward Princess Salina before his conscious mind could process the mathematics of its trajectory. His body moved on instinct, 3 years of Royal Guard conditioning overriding every survival protocol burned into his neural implants. The bolt hit him square in the chest. Pain exploded through his ribcage as superheated particles tore through synthetic armor plating and into flesh. The world tilted sideways. He caught a glimpse of Salina's face, those violet eyes wide with horror, before darkness swallowed him whole. Consciousness returned in fragments. First came sound, a rhythmic pulsing low and resonant like a heartbeat amplified through water. Then light, soft, bioluminescent blue filtering through his closed eyelids. Finally sensation. He was floating, suspended in something viscous yet breathable. Cariss forced his eyes open. He hung in a transparent cylinder filled with oxygenated gel, dozens of filament-thin tubes connected to ports along his spine and major arteries. Through the curved surface, he could see a vast chamber carved from what appeared to be living crystal. The walls pulsed with that same bioluminescent glow, veins of light flowing through them like neural pathways. And surrounding his cylinder stood 7 figures. They were humanoid but distinctly alien. Each stood over 2 meters tall, their bodies covered in scales that shifted color with each breath, iridescent patterns of deep purple, silver, and crimson. Elaborate crests of bone and cartilage crowned their heads, different for each individual. Their eyes were enormous, multifaceted like cut gems, reflecting light in ways that suggested they perceived spectrums beyond human vision. One stepped forward. The crest on her head was the most ornate, 3 curved horns interwoven with what looked like growing crystals. When she spoke, Cariss felt the words directly in his mind, bypassing his auditory system entirely. The sacrifice awakens. The cylinder drained rapidly. Cariss gasped as the gel evacuated his lungs, coughing violently as atmospheric air replaced it. The tubes detached with wet pops and the cylinder opened. He collapsed onto a platform that felt warm and slightly yielding, like living tissue. Where, his voice came out ragged, where am I? The crowned figure knelt to his level, her faceted eyes studying him with an intensity that made him feel dissected. You are aboard the Sovereign Crucible, deep within the Veil Nebula. You have been dead for 73 of your hours. Dead. Your heart stopped. Your brain ceased electrical activity. By all measures known to your species, you expired. She tilted her head, crest crystals chiming softly. But we do not permit heroes to simply die, not when they sacrifice themselves for one of royal blood. Cariss pushed himself up on shaking arms. Salina, Princess Salina, is she alive? A wave of approval rippled through the assembled aliens, their scales shifting to warmer hues. The crowned one made a sound like wind chimes. She lives. Your action diverted the plasma bolt by 7 centimeters, sufficient to allow her personal shield to engage. She suffered minor radiation burns. You suffered catastrophic cellular disruption. Then why? Cariss looked down at his chest. Through the medical gown they dressed him in, he could see his skin, unmarred except for faint geometric scars where the tubes had connected. How am I alive? Because we are the Ketharim, the timeless court, and we witnessed your deed through the quantum substrate that pervades this galaxy. She stood, and the others formed a semicircle around them. For 3 million of your years we have observed the younger species. We do not interfere except when we witness true nobility, true sacrifice, the willingness to exchange one's existence for another's. Another Ketharim stepped forward, this one with a crest like curved blades. When he spoke, his mental voice carried harmonics of deep respect. Your Princess Salina is the 4th daughter of the Meridian dynasty, yes, a political figure, heir to a system fleet. But in that moment you did not calculate her value. You did not weigh your life against strategic considerations. You simply acted. This is rarer than you know. Any royal guard would have done the same, Cariss said, though his voice wavered. No, the crowned Kethzarim's mental voice was absolute. We have observed countless protectors, countless soldiers, most hesitate. Microseconds, yes, but they hesitate while calculations run. You did not. Your neural patterns showed zero deliberation, complete, instantaneous commitment to preservation of another. She gestured, and a holographic display materialized in the air, complex data streams that Cariss couldn't fully parse, but he recognized neural scan patterns, decision tree mapping, synaptic response times. This, she continued, is nobility independent of birth. It is why we have restored you, and why we offer you a choice. The chamber's bioluminescent light intensified. The walls seemed to breathe. Cariss felt his pulse quicken. What choice? Your species wages war across 12 systems. Resources dwindle. Factions fracture. Princess Salina's dynasty will face dissolution within 20 orbital cycles without intervention. The crowned Kethzarim extended her hand, 3 fingers, each tipped with a crystalline claw. We offer you knowledge, the quantum propulsion technology that will make your resource conflicts obsolete, medical advances that will extend your lifespans threefold, communication protocols that function instantaneously across any distance. It was too much. Cariss's mind reeled. Why would you give us this? Because true nobility must be rewarded, or the universe tends toward entropy and cruelty. Her scales shifted to deep gold. But understand, this knowledge comes with responsibility. You must return to Princess Salina. You must help her dynasty unite your species. And you must ensure that when your people eventually reach out to touch other civilizations, they do so with the wisdom to value life above conquest. Another Kethzarim spoke, this one with a crest like ocean waves. We have seen species receive such gifts and destroy themselves within generations. We have also seen them transcend, joining the greater community of minds that spans this galaxy. You will be the fulcrum, Cariss of the Royal Guard. Your choice will determine which path your species walks. Cariss looked at his hands, steady now, strong, enhanced by whatever they'd done to resurrect him. He thought of Salina's face in that final moment. Not the princess he guarded, but simply a person about to die. That was all that had mattered. If I refuse, you return to your people as you are. We heal you. We deliver you to Princess Salina with our regards, but humanity continues on its current trajectory. The crowned one's mental voice carried deep melancholy. Within 5 generations, your species will have annihilated itself through resource wars. We have seen this pattern before. It is tiresome. The weight of civilizations pressed down on Cariss's shoulders. He wasn't a leader. He wasn't a diplomat or scientist. He was a soldier who'd acted on instinct. But maybe he thought that was the point. I accept, he said quietly. Teach me. I'll do whatever it takes. The Kethzarim's scales erupted in brilliant colors, joy, approval, hope translated into living light. The crowned one placed her 3-fingered hand on his shoulder, and he felt warmth flood through him. Then let us begin, Cariss who sacrificed. You will return to Princess Salina not just as her protector, but as humanity's bridge to the stars. The walls pulsed brighter, and Cariss felt information begin to flow into his mind, carefully, gently, like dawn breaking over an endless ocean. He had died for one person. Now he would live for billions. And somewhere in the Meridian system, Princess Salina waited, unaware that her guard's sacrifice had purchased humanity's future.